hello and welcome to a new video. This is a Flosstube video, which means that I'll be talking about cross-stitch. If you're new here, my name is Marty. I'm a graphic design student from Norway and I do cross-stitch. And if you've been here before, thank you again so much for coming back. It means so much to me. It has been a little while since I filmed last, and there's a simple explanation for that, and that is that we are in lockdown, or almost lockdown. And they have closed all of the shopping centers, and yeah, at least in my area they closed the shopping centers, and that means that I can still go to work. Thankfully, I'm very happy that I'll be able to go there, but my boyfriend, he is not able to go to work because he works at a shopping center, and that means that I haven't been home alone since I filmed last time. So yeah, I haven't been able to make a video because, like I've explained before, we only have one room in our apartment except the bathroom and our bedroom, and I don't know, it's not a good place to film in any of those rooms, so I just decided that it would be better to wait until I was alone, and today I'm alone, so I can film, and I have a lot of stuff to show, so I have a little feeling that this video is going to be very long. I have one finish and 5 whips and 3 new starts, which is a lot for me, and it's been a little over 2 weeks, I think. And also it's the 31st of January today, so yeah. I'm going to start with the finish, and that is my own Christmas pattern. And last time I showed, I was at this point. As you can see, I was almost complete. I just had to finish the little bulb there. And I did that, and it's finished, which is like, yeah, I can't even describe. Here it is. It's finished, and it is so crazy to me that I finished this and I created this, and I'm just so happy with how it turned out, and I will try to frame it. I don't know how, but I will figure it out, and I want to obviously display it next Christmas, so I'm not really in a hurry. So yeah, but this is my first finish of this year, and like I said, I'm so excited. And if you want to find this pattern, I will link again the Facebook group in the description. I don't know if anyone wants to stitch this now, because it's not Christmas, but some of these, if you wanted to, you could do like the snowflake. I personally, I love the snowflake. And yeah, they're not all Christmas themed, so if you want to, you can find them there. And I think that's all I have to say about that one. And yeah, it's my first finish of the year, and I'm proud of it. That is the summary of everything. Next, I think I'm gonna do the whips, and I'm gonna save the new starts till the end. The first whip is the Linen and Thread Self from 2021, and the last time I showed this, I don't have a picture of, so I don't actually remember where I was last time, but I think I was like halfway through the border, if I'm not correct. I'm keeping that project in this bag, which just has the LNT on it, and I'm using, I want to try to pull out the colors. I'm using these kinds of colors. It's just random stuff. This one's empty because I used it up. It's just random colors of floss that I felt like would work together. So yeah, and I'll be picking colors whenever and see how I want to do it. So it's a little bit messy because I'm working on it at the moment. I took a break to film, but besides that, I'm working on this right now. So if I can try to fit it in in between the plants that I try to decorate with. As you can see, I completed the whole border, and I did that as a part of the 24 hours of cross stitch, and it was really hard for me because I was sick for a week. Thankfully no COVID, but I was still sick and I was laying down most of the time, and that meant that I wasn't able to stitch as much. So I also watched a lot of shows when I was sick, and then I couldn't focus on 2 things at a time because I had enough with just existing at that point. And yeah, but you don't want to hear about me being sick. But I was trying to do 24 hours of cross stitch. I think I got 10 hours or something. I'm really happy. Like, I was sick and I'm happy with what I was able to do. And my first goal on that was to finish this, like the border, and I did. And I started actually to work on the February square right here today, because it was released. I don't remember if it was released today or if I just saw it today. And but it was so beautiful. It was like insane. I saw it and I decided right away that okay, I need to do this right now. So I actually put away what I was doing and did this. So I'll put it up close to the camera. So yeah, I'm doing this month. I think I'm gonna do, like, I tried to plan out the colors on my iPad. I will actually show it. I feel like it will be somewhat useful, so I will show it. I just have to zoom out a little bit so I don't accidentally show the pattern, or I could just quickly like remove the pattern from, so it's not visible and that way you won't see. Okay, I'm gonna, sorry that I didn't plan this, so this is like spur of the moment kind of thing. And as you can see here, I took a picture of my colors and then I tried to match them like somewhat correct. I messed up very bad on the purple and also the burgundy color, but that doesn't really matter. And I did, as you can see, more the first one is super nice, and then I didn't give a damn anymore about how these looked, so I just did it super quick. And I decided to go with this colorway because I felt like it was a little bit icy and wintry. These two were also kind of wintry, but I went with this one because I wanted to use a burgundy color. And I think this is how I want to do it when I plan out the colors. So yeah, I'm having a blast so far, and it was super hard to plan the colors. I didn't know that it was going to be this hard, but it was. So, but I'm satisfied with what I decided to do. And yeah, I'll just show you one more time. And I'll also show the back because I usually do that because I feel like it's something. And as you can see, it is not possible for it to get that messy yet, because I'm just that messy yet, because I've been doing the border and doing a mix of, as you can see, like the sewing method and poking up and down, and yeah. And I wanted to show this because it looks really cool. It was an accident. I don't know, I didn't look at the back. I was just doing both of the lines up to here at the same time, and it turned out pretty cool. Like, it almost looks like a design, this on the back here. I ruined it with like this thread, but I don't care. Yeah, I love working on this, and the fact that I'm like this, I feel like I'm blasting through the February one so much quicker than the January one, because the January one was of course all of the border and the February is just one square. And I think it was more stitches for the January one, but yeah, I definitely recommend it to anyone who's thinking about doing it. So I was so surprised because some people have already finished theirs and it's been out for like just a few hours. So but I'll stop talking about that now. I think we should move on to the next one, and the next one I'm going to show is the Stitchonomy Winter Cell, and I'm keeping it in this bag with whatever this is that I try to decorate it with. It doesn't really matter what it is, but and I'm using, let me see, I forgot to talk about the threads on my the two other ones. Both of them were on 18 count Aida, and for my Christmas pattern I used just random floss from online, which I do not recommend. And on the linen threads I am using DMC, like regular DMC floss. And the Stitchonomy Winter Cell I am doing on 14 count Aida, and it's like a bluish color, and I'm using a variegated thread from DMC called 4240, and I'll show where I was last time, which is right here if it wants to like correct itself. Yes, it does. As you can see, I was finished with the hats, and hopefully it will fit in the frame. Here is where I'm at right now. Oh, that was absolutely perfect. Sadly, this means that next time it won't fit in the frame, but yeah, that's okay. As you can see, I've done this since last time, so it's literally half. I've like doubled the whole thing. And this was free to join, like before it started, but you can still get it if you sign up for the Stitchonomy Pattern Club, I think it's called. And yeah, this opened a whole new world for me for pattern wise, because I didn't know that I enjoyed like partial coverage as much, but I love how it's like, it's sort of a big piece of fabric, and as you can see it goes down to here, like this part, so that means that it's super quick to like get progress, and I love that. So yeah, and I also love the colors that I chose, like this Aida that I got from my sister. It's pretty true to color, and also the DMC variegated. I feel like it's the perfect, like, it's the perfect color because of the fabric is kind of a purpley blue color, and the variegated thread that is both purple and blue. That's just perfect. So yeah, I'm having so much fun with this. And another fun fact is that it's actually like it's finished, like the last part comes out on my birthday, and that means if I am able to, I will have a finish on this one on my birthday. I doubt it because I'm working, or I'm working unless there's new restrictions, which nobody knows what's happening at this point, because we have gotten the one of the new mutated ones. I think it was the one from Britain or from England. Don't quote me on that if I'm wrong, but I think so. And it sucks. And it's like we don't know what's happening, and then the government suddenly sends out the message, and I think there's actually supposed to be a new a press conference today, like at 9, and it's 5:30 now, so I guess we'll know more in like a few hours, like at least my time. I don't think I'll be able to put this video up today, but so by the time you're watching this, I know more of what's happening. But yeah, it's basically we don't know what's happening, and then we get a message, and it's a little bit chaotic because, like, for instance, when my boyfriend got told that his store wasn't able to be open, or not his store, but the store he's working at, they sent a message to their boss, and the boss didn't know because they got told the same time as we did, so it was pretty chaotic. And then we got a message from the university at like, I think it was 11 or 11:30, maybe almost 12 at night, and they told us that, oh no, you can't come into school. Or it was the next morning. It was insane. And they closed the universities, and they closed all the schools again, and yeah, I don't know. It's really confusing because they're using all kinds of colors to try to explain it. Like, oh, for example, I'm in a yellow zone, and in the yellow zone we're on level 4, and there's a red zone, and the red zone is on level 5, and then they have like a bunch of things that they may put in as restrictions, and there's a bunch of different like parts of the country in these zones, and then some of the zones are not, or like the parts of the country are now moved from yellow zone to red zone, and from yellow to white, and it's like it's super confusing. It's like there's a lot of jokes about it online that it's impossible to keep up with everything. But I'm getting the most important parts. I am getting like what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do. So yeah, that was a little rant that it's confusing that when you get news about restrictions at the same time as like your boss and your like the principal at the university and stuff like that, you get a few hours of confusion before you actually know what's going on. Like, it took me a solid day before I was able to find out if the store that I worked as, or the store that I'm working at, was considered a shopping center or not, because apparently there's it's a whole thing. But I'm not here to talk about COVID, but I don't know, when I start talking about this kinds of stuff, it just pours out. But I need to get going because I have more to show you. The next one I'll show is the Peppermint Purple Sal. And the last time I showed you, I was done with one square. I'll zoom in if it wants to work. Yeah, I was done with this square. which is insane because that's a little while ago. And I'm keeping it in this bag, and it's just says peppermint purple sal, and it has a heart on it, and it's purple because I found that super fun. I don't know. And here is where I'm at right now. I'm obviously doing the square like layout, and I'm just picking colors depending on the day, like my mood that day. So yeah, I have no plan for the colors, but it gets harder every time because I keep thinking about, oh, what will go good with this, or will this color be too light and stuff like that. But I don't know, I think I've decided to just go with the flow and pick the colors that I want to, and it will, crossing my fingers, look good in the end because my whole point was to pick the colors, like, yeah, what I'm feeling that day. So here it is. This is on 18 count Ada, and I'm doing it with DMC, and I'm using one strand. And here's the back. I feel like the back looks super interesting. Like, yeah, there's a thread hanging off, but I don't care. But like the boxes when you do the back stitch around, it's, I don't know, it turns out looking like a box at the back as well. So I'm sorry, I bumped the camera. But yeah, it looks fun at the back. So one last time, here is where I'm at, and obviously this is a sal, and you can find it on Facebook if you just search peppermint purple sal. I think it will come up on Facebook, and it's a Facebook group. And there's one square released every week, so if everything was out, I would probably be much further into this because it goes pretty quick once you get into it. The next one that I'm going to show is the picture of my dog, and I'm going to show like the mock-up picture. Also, I'm going to try to sort this out. Here's the bag that I'm keeping it in. It's sorry, my neighbor walked by the window. I got distracted. It's a bag that I created myself. It took me freaking forever because I don't have a sewing machine, so I had to stitch it by hand, and I just used a tutorial. So yeah, I would love, by the way, to have all of my projects in bags like this, and I do have fabric and zippers from, like, for some of them, and but it's not happening. So I don't know, it will just take me a lot of time. Maybe I'll do it if I'm able to use a sewing machine at some point, but yeah, I would love to have all of my projects in similar, like, or even just bags. That would be great. But yeah, I don't have time for that or the motivation. So here is the picture. It's a kit that I ordered online, so it came with, they charted it for me, and I got the fabric and all of the thread that I needed, and it's on 11 count because I think that was all they had available, so I just had to go with that. I'm going to zoom in. I'm sorry about the emphasis on the Z there, but yeah, as you can see, I am done with, like, you can see a very clear line before, at the point that I'm done. Like, I'm done all of this bottom part, and I'm working it on it row by row. And as you can see, there was a bunch of holes in between here. And yeah, I'll just show where I am right now. It's pretty hard to get this in frame because I decided to put a bunch of flowers in the way. It looks like I am done, like with all of it, but there's some, I don't know if it even shows up on camera, but there's some, just a few stitches in there with, I'll put it up close. As you can see, there's a few that's missing in there, but it's just one, it's one color and it's not even that many stitches. It's like maybe 15 or 20 stitches, which is, yeah, I should just have finished that and gotten like a nice line there, but it looks finished, like this part at least. So yeah, this is kind of a project that I love how it looks, but it's pretty hard to work on. As you can see, it's crazy confetti heavy because it's based on a picture. So yeah, but I don't know, it feels nice because it's getting pretty thick because it's a thick fabric, because it's 11 count, and there's also 3 strands of floss. So it feels really like, I don't know, it feels sturdy in a way. So I love that. And yeah, if you don't know, you can see his feet, like 3 of his feet here, and this is the beginning of his body. So yeah. I'll also show the back. The back on this is a mess, but I feel like it looks pretty cool actually. Like, even though there's a bunch of, you can see there's some loose threads hanging out, and this thread is connected in 2 places. I don't know what happened there, but it is charming in a way. You can see like here it's not that many colors, and you can see it just gets crazy over here. So I don't know, I find the backs of projects really interesting because, yeah, it's just weird. It's like looking inside of a project almost, because yeah. So that's where I'm at. I almost finished up till this point, and I think the next part that I'm going to do, I will be doing, I think I'll be doing 2 rows at a time, because I feel like I'm switching colors a lot. So I will probably end up doing that, like a 20 block wide thing, and I'll probably do that. I don't know. My mind, I can change my mind from now until the point I pick up the project again. Let me see. The next one is a project that I started online, and it is this picture. I love this picture so freaking much. I think it's so beautiful, and I'm not going to show the bag that this is in because it's just a plastic bag, and that's not really that fun to show, so I won't show that. But here's this is actually the mock-up picture, so as if I put it up close, you can see that it's actually like stitching. So this is how it's supposed to look, and time will tell if this is actually how it ends up looking. And this is also important to note, this is a picture from a free picture website called Unsplash, which means I am able to use the picture, like without worrying about copyright and stuff. Last time I showed, I was at this point. I'll zoom into the picture. As you can see, this is like approximately the border of the first page. I think it goes like up out until here or something. So yeah, I wasn't that far into it. And then I joined the Virtual Stitchers Facebook group, and I was on Zoom with a bunch of people, and this project was calling to me like crazy, and I got a lot of work done on this. At least I feel like I did. Here you can see I did like a few more boxes down this way, and then I completely changed my mind, and now I'm doing it like almost row by row, and these are all parked from like earlier, so I'm trying to work in like some colors like row by row here. And yeah, I'm really excited because I actually got to the flowers right here. That's why it's like a dozen colors here, and I don't know, I feel like this is going to be so cool. Now I have actually gridded the whole first page, which is pretty useful. I should probably grid it further before I stitch all the way down, because then I won't see my lines anymore, and then I'll need to recount, which I don't want to do. But yeah, I love this. It feels like I am very far into it, even though I know that I'm not. And yeah, this is on 18 count Ada, and I'm using DMC floss again. And yeah, I'm just really into this. I feel like this project is going to end up a mixture between parking and cross country, like within a page, or at least within a line. I don't know, time will tell, because I feel like the parking right here is just no thanks. It's just crazy. But I love this one, and I thank the Virtual Stitching Facebook group for all of the lovely progress on this one. I will also show the floss. I don't remember how far into it I was, like how much floss I had last time I showed, but I've been doing like a whole bunch of prepping this past month. Oh, I have a damaged floss drop here. That's not really that good. Maybe I need to replace that one. I don't know. So yeah, I'll just put it up on the frame here. As you can see, there's a bunch of colors. Like, there's a bunch of beautiful bluish green colors. I tried to sort it like not rainbow, but in color groups, like blues here, greens, yellows, neutral-ish colors, light ones, dark ones, oranges, pinks and reds, and like nude-ish colors, like light pinkish colors, and this random purpley one that's just alone. So yeah, I don't know, I completely forgot to say in the beginning, but I'm doing Whipco this year, and I'm using it to pick my focus pieces for this year. And I was actually crossing my fingers that I would get this project, like the project that this floss is for, as my focus piece for, like, one of my focus pieces for February. But that did not happen. I'll show the board at the end of the video. I'll try to remember and I'll do that. But yeah, one of my goals for January was to kit up my projects, like get them ready to start in the new year, because I had some stuff that I wanted to start this year, and I decided to to do like kitting up and stuff, I used a lot of time on that, like at least like you can see here. I had to make the floss drops and then like obviously unwind all the thread and then fold it a bunch of times. And the weird part is that I'm actually still missing, I think it's 20 colors, which is, that's, I don't know, I'll actually check, I have a note. Nope, I'm missing 23 colors that I don't own, so I am I am wishing for that for Christmas, because that would be awesome to have everything. And this project actually adds up to 150 colors, which is insane. That's a lot of colors, but it's going to look so good in the end. That's all that I can like think about. Like, it's going to look good. That's the most important part. And also, like, look, this is like a bunch of floss. It's insane. This is by far the project that I own with the most floss, and I may need more than this. I don't know. I charted this to be 14. No, I charted this for 25 count, and then I started it on 26 count, and then I restarted it on this fabric, which is 18 count, and that means that I will need to, like, yeah, I completely forgot what I was saying, but I restarted it, and okay, I got it. That means that the floss, like saying how much floss you need, that won't be correct, because obviously I changed the fabric, so I'll probably need a lot more floss than what I showed, but I don't know. I don't really care about the dye lots and stuff, because it's like a bunch of colors anyway, so I will probably not see a difference. And I'll just buy more as I go. If obviously I have a lot of floss that I have on my tower, but I'll still need to buy some floss because I don't have all of the colors. If you didn't know, I got a DMC floss, like a tower that they have in the store, and it was super cheap. We got it used, and it had some of the colors, but not everyone, like every of the colors. So yeah, but enough about floss. Well, I also actually have some haul, but I can't really show it because I already like wind the floss and put it into projects. So the haul is gone. So I've already started to use it. So yeah, that was all of the whips. I will get into my new starch now. I think I'm going to start with this one because this is what I was really freaking excited about starting, and it is a picture. As you can see, here's the mock-up picture, and I had to go out of my way to be able to stitch this because this actually is not a pattern. As you can see, it's charted on Pictopat, and I did like a bunch of like reverse Google searches to try to find the original artist, and then I did, and I decided to send her an email and ask if I could be able to stitch her picture because I found it so beautiful. I don't know, the second Frozen movie spoke to me, and as a kid, I don't know how old I was when the first one came out. Maybe I was a teenager, I don't know, but I really loved the first one when it came out, and the second one really spoke to me. Like when I watched it, like it took a while from when it was released in America until it was released in Norway, and I was so jealous. But anyways, when the movie came out, I really enjoyed it. So when I saw this picture, I knew that I needed to stitch it. So thankfully I got permission, and I will put her Instagram and Twitter on the screen and also in the description, because I said that I would link her, like her work. She has a bunch of beautiful stuff. So and I'm keeping it in this bag, and if you can see, it doesn't really show up that well, but it's a snowflake, and it's the same snowflake as the one in my Christmas pattern. I felt like it would be perfect, and I used the like a shiny DMC. I don't remember which one, so I don't know. If you're interested, I could probably find out, but I don't know. I would need to do a little digging to find out which color it actually is. And I'll actually show the floss first. And this is all of the floss. It's a bunch of beautiful like bluish and also reddish and neutrals, because that's what's in the picture, obviously. And sadly I am missing one color, which is no. And the thing is, I wanted to get all of the colors for this project because I wanted to get done, and I bought the last ones, and then I came home and realized that I had gotten like some of the colors wrong, which like one color was off. I think I was supposed to buy no, the color that I got was 3779, and I was supposed to get 3799. So it was like I just mixed up one number in the code, and I thankfully needed the 3779 on a different project, so I was still able to use it. Sadly, I had that color from like earlier, so now I have even more. But yeah, and when I went back to the store with my friend the other day, that's the first time I've ever experienced this in the stitching store, but they were missing one color, and obviously that was the 3799, which I needed to complete kitting up this one. So this is every color except one, and it's like a dark color. But yeah, here is my start. As you can see, it's not going to be it's not going to be that big, but I feel like it's the perfect size. It will be like a small one, and I don't know, I'm excited. As you can see, here is the start. This is like background, and here is here is where her hair starts. I'm sorry. So yeah, I love the result on this, but as you can see, it's like almost every color in here is a different one. So I would actually like to do this with like bigger blocks, maybe like 20 by 20, like 4 blocks at the same time, but I don't really know how to do that now that I've like started parking in every square. But I don't know, I'll try. I will definitely try, because doing one stitch and then parking a thread, that's not really effective. So, and I think that's why I started this, and then there's a bunch of other stuff that I did, so, and I haven't picked it back up. I think that's because like all of these, if I pull these away, all of these colors are all in this square, and that's over 10 colors in one square, which is a lot. And when it's this many colors parked in one square, it just gets confusing when you're supposed to work in here, because you have to keep moving like your threads around as you work. And yeah, so I'll probably like do that. So as you can see, this, I'll finish this square, and then like these 3 squares, I think, and then I'll keep working on it like that. I'm not sure, but I feel like that would be a good idea, because 10 by 10 blocks with heavy confetti, it's easy when you like look at the pattern, but the part thread just makes it insane. And here's the back. As you can see, it's not like super bad in the back yet, but it's probably going to get a lot worse, so just get prepared. So yeah, I love this, and I am so excited to see how it's going to look. Now that I pulled it out, I actually do want to work on this. So yeah, maybe I'll do that after I work on the linen and threads a little more. We'll see. So yeah, new start, love the picture, excited. I want to do more. I want to do more on this. Okay, I need to fold up my floss, because I'm not gonna, if I don't put everything back while I film, I'm gonna be busy for an hour maybe, trying to find out what floss belongs to which like project. Even though I have like a tag on all of the rings that says which project it belongs to, it will still be like a mess if I don't put it back. So I'm putting it back as I go. The next one is, it's a kit, and it is this one. I have previously done the autumn and winter one, and I have since started the spring one. And I will pull it out. Okay, it's in there. I thought I lost it in there for a second. And it is stuck because the floss is acting up. Oh my gosh. There's a needle, and the needle like got pulled out of the fabric. Here. It looks so small and like the thing, but yeah, it looks super confusing because it's a stamped project, and that makes it super hard. But as you can see, I've done the stem, and I've done the pink and the green, like some of the pink here are printed, which is confusing, and some here, and this dark green, and like a river here maybe. And if I turn it around, it's easier to see what I've done. As you can see, I've done some over here and some in the tree right there, and the stem, and down here it's pretty easy to see. So I'm using this as a travel piece, not for like traveling, because you know there's a global pandemic, but I am using it for like a visitation project. I don't know if that's the correct word, but yeah, I'm stitching on it while I'm visiting people, because it's small, so it's easy to hold in hand, and it is also like it's printed on there, so I don't need to put my phone up or anything like that. So yeah, that's really really nice. It makes it easy. The final one, which is my final new start, which means I started 3 projects since I last spoke with you, but all of them were planned for like this year, so it's fine. And that is Hello Dear. The picture is blurred because when I got this, it was like, I don't think all of the parts were out. I actually got this for Christmas, and it is the 16 count version. It's a 16 count version, and I will find the fabric in there. Okay, here it goes. Here it is. It's pretty wrinkly because I had it folded up. As you can see, I have started on the stem and also this flower because I tried to do something different. I always grade my fabric. If you didn't know, you probably know because you watched this whole video. You have watched 50 minutes of graded projects, but I wanted to try not grading for this one, and so far it's going good. It's harder, but I don't know. I'm trying, so we'll see. I think that I'll try to keep working on it like this because it looks good, like as I go. But yeah, I've started the flower here. I started in the middle because I didn't grade it beforehand, so I just started in the middle like this with this top stitch right there, and then I worked my way from there. So I did this flower is complete. I started the bird, I started the stem, and also these black bits. It's like a berry kind of thing, and here's a start of the branch, and this like blob down here is the start of the deer. And I love how this is looking. It's small finishes as you go. Obviously I'm not working like one thing at a time. I'm working a little bit all over the place, but I love how when I finished this flower, it felt like a small finish, and I really like that. So yeah, I also had a lot of fun when like doing the edging on this fabric because it's going to be hidden when I finish it anyway. So I decided to use red because it matched like inside there. So it's just some random sewing thread, and I felt like it gave a little bit of extra fun to the project. So yeah, this is the final one, and I'm very happy. Even though it has been a while since last time, I feel like I've been doing a lot. I've obviously been working on lots of different stuff, but I feel like I've been doing like a little bit on everything. It's not like I've been pulling something out and working on it for like 3 stitches and then putting it away again. I'm actually getting progress on everything, and I really like that. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to talk about some other stuff while I put everything away. And that is that I have been trying to like see when I can finish some of my projects, because I have a few in the back of my mind. I just like I've just saved them for now because I don't need any new starts. I think when I have started everything that I want to start this year, I think I'm gonna be at 10 whips if I don't finish any. That's not including the cells. And I feel like 10 is like the magical number for me, at least for now. So I don't count cells or if I do something small like this size, I won't count that as a whip either, because it will be a quick finish. So yeah, but I don't want to have too many like big ones. So I have like half of my project is like I may be able to start this, like to finish this in 2021. I don't know, because I like picked heavily up on stitching. Like I started to stitch a lot more after started Flosstube. So yeah, but I would love to finish. It's a possibility that I'll finish some of them. So it's, I think it was 5 projects, and then I have like one that I'm pretty sure I'll finish next year, and I put like all of the 5 ones that if I don't finish it this year, I will finish it next year. And then I have like 4, maybe 4 projects, and they are like the big ones, and I don't have a clue when I will finish those, but yeah. So I have tried to sort out my projects in like mediums and large, and then I have like some small ones that I have in mind that I want to do like across the year, but I don't know. I don't count them, because that would be no, I don't know. But I will be showing my whip go board. If I can just find it here. I think I lost it. I tried to be organized before filming this, but things happen, and let me see. Okay, I found it. Here it is. We'll end on the whip go board. Okay, lighting is adjusted. As you can see, I put that I'm finished with kitting up stuff, because I'm finished for now, and I will just fill in the rest as I go, because now the biggest chunk of the prepping is done. So yeah. And then as you can see, I have done like an outline on the 2 projects that I will be doing, or I will be focusing on in the month of February, which is the A Few Heart by Pattern Stitch Studio. I've shown that in previous videos. I think I showed it in my last one, I'm not sure. And the Christmas Stocking Dimensions kit, and that is going to be a new start, which is insane, because I've started so much stuff since last time, but up till this point, nothing that wasn't planned, so I'm satisfied with that. And yeah, so I'll try to focus on those 2 pieces for the next month, and obviously I'll do like other stuff as well, because I'm not going to stitch on just 2 things for like the whole month of February, but I will at least focus on those like for a chunk of it. So hopefully I'll get a good progress on them. That would be fun. So yeah, that is everything. That was all of that was the one finish, the whips, and the new starts, and also my plans for later. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me that people are watching. I see you. I'm keeping track. And also thank you to everyone who's commenting on my videos. That also means a lot to me, because taking your time out of the day to actually watch the stuff that I talk about, because there's so many good Flosstube videos out there, and that you're taking time to watch mine means a lot to me. And I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful for starting this, that I actually decided to start this, which was like partly because of just the stitching community. I wanted to be part of the Flosstube world, and I feel like it's, I don't know, it just makes everything better making these videos. It's motivating because I know that I will be stitching to show in these videos, and it's motivating and fun because I'm meeting all of these new fun people. Like, I met a lot of people on the virtual stitchers, and also talking to some people on Instagram. And yeah, it just means a lot to me, that this community, and I feel like Flosstube has made me more confident in taking part in the community, and I really love that. So I don't know, I just wanted to add like a little thank you at the end. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this, sit here and watch this video and spend this time with me. So it means a lot to me. So if you have anything you want to say, please comment on this video. That would be nice, and I will be back whenever. I am not going to say any time, because last time I was like, oh, I will be back in maybe a week, maybe 2, I don't know, we'll see. And then there was this whole lockdown, so I'll just say that I'll be back whenever I'm able to film a new video. So you will just have to, if you want to watch the next one, you will have to wait and see. So yeah, thank you so much, and stay safe, happy stitching, and goodbye.